Okay, Rob, this is your second time you've been able to come out and watch practice and kind of observe things. Just overall, is there anything, that kind of jumped out at you today, especially with some of the younger guys that maybe you haven't seen a whole lot of?
Well, the biggest thing is I really wanted to pay attention again on the offensive line, just because I think that's going to be one of the more competitive spots. So I wanted to watch the two rookie offensive tackles who actually got a little bit of time today at guard, Alvin Bailey and Michael Bowie. Both of them saw time at, like I said, at tackle position as well as left guard. I saw them in some combo blocks where they were working together in tandem. So there's going to be a little bit of a transition there, but I really like their athletic upside. We saw that in the game as well as the earlier practices you mentioned. So I just like the fact that their level of play is continuing to rise rather than flatten out.
And then I guess you probably got to watch some of those defensive line guys as well, since you were watching the O-line guys. With Irvin not practicing and Clemens not out there, O'Brien Schofield, Benson Mayowa, Mike Morgan have been guys that have been getting a chance, in terms of edge rushers. What have you seen from those guys? Any one of those guys jump out?
Well, if I had to point out one of them, I'd say, two of them, I'd say definitely Mayowa and Schofield. I mean, both really flashed today, as they have, throughout practice. Mayowa has been one of the true stars of training camp so far. I mean, really a surprise and a great story for the Seahawks. We saw it in the game, of course, but again, he's continuing to do it today in practice. I saw him beat Russell Okung off the snap with his trademark burst, and he's using his hands pretty well. He flattens out pretty well, so he's an exciting player. Schofield was a player I definitely focused on a little bit today. I was impressed by his burst upfield as well. He also showed some agility, being able to flatten out. So again, I really like the ability to not only get upfield but also flatten out. I think that's some of the things that the Seahawks expect out of that Leo defensive end position. So I'm excited about both of them. I think that they both can fulfill a role for the Seahawks, as you mentioned, with Bruce Irvin and Chris Clemens out.
It seems like they're going to really be depending on Luke Wilson to be an impact player, and he's been a pleasant surprise in terms of the run game, at least in terms of what the organization has said about him. What have you thought about his play so far?
Well, to me, he's a little straight line-ish, which isn't surprising considering that his background in high school and all that was in hockey. And so when you just think about hockey players, of course, they're going to be physically tough. They're going to be used to getting hit. And so I like the fact that he doesn't shirk from contact when he's blocker and as well as when he's trying to catch the ball down the field. Whereas a lot of tight ends, of course, they get bounced around a little bit. He doesn't have a problem with that. When he does get the ball in his hands, I like to see a little bit more make you miss from him. But at the same time, I don't know that he necessarily is going to be a guy that you have to rely on. Obviously, the Seahawks are hopeful that Zach Noah is going to come back, but I think that Wilson is going to give the Seahawks a little bit of what they were expecting from Anthony McCoy, which is a quality backup rather than being a full-time starter as a rookie.
And then lastly, any of those receivers that are competing for the last couple spots jump out at you? I know Stephen Williams is a guy that made some plays in the first preseason games. Not really a special teams player, though. I know Jermaine Kearse also has had a tremendous game.
Yeah, exactly. Jermaine Kearse, to me, remains the big story. Stephen Williams has made some flashy plays, and I'm excited about him in the training or in the game itself as well. But I thought Jermaine Kearse carried that over a little bit better today. Now, I didn't get an opportunity to focus on the one-on-one so much with the receivers and the defensive backs as much as I would like today. I was watching the offensive and defensive linemen. But, again, every time I look up, Jermaine Kearse is making a play, and so that's pretty excited about him. And Arcito Clark, another guy who you don't necessarily hear a lot about, but he showed some make-you-miss ability as well. And then the rookie that I've been harping on, Chris Harper, I thought that he made some nice plays. Well, it showed a little bit better timing today with quarterbacks. One in particular comeback route where I thought he showed some nice footwork along the sideline to make a nice catch.
Okay, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.